any other traditional tools. So therefore, in the hands of bad actors, they could possibly anticipate these vulnerabilities much faster. The stance that we have is that SEBI has issued, in fact, the very first regulator in the world to issue a proper advisory to the market. And in the last meeting of ISCO, also this was recognized that SEBI was the first regulator in the world to issue a proper advisory to the market, how to go about it. We have to really, based on our conventional tools available, to do a proper, accelerated basis, do patch testing, patch management, and there is incident response management framework has been established. There is a cybersuraksha.ai, a group has been established to see that we proactively patch up the vulnerabilities, and also at every time we have any changes in the software, etc., they are properly recognized that they do not leave any vulnerabilities. So we are using that way in the best possible manner to see that our markets, our market ecosystem, our intermediaries, they are protected from any cyber risk. So this is the way I think rest of the world is also trying to grapple with these issues.
With some strict rules against the influencers who are giving tips on social media and with the algorithmic apps like we discussed, will there be any strict rules for them?
So there are two parts to your question. One is on the algorithms of Algos. So the Algos are allowed, Algos are being used in the market, but there are certain governance rules on how the Algos will be used. Algos cannot be disruptive, and Algos have to be also simulated in the exchanges before they're allowed to be used. And there is a transparency that people, when they are using Algos, they must inform their investors that they are being advised through an Algo. So these disclosures are important. Now the second issue is, of course, finfluencers. Now finfluencers, as you know, one way is that you are doing a financial education. So anybody India is a free country, you have democratic rights, you can go to the cyberspace and obviously give all kinds of views, education. But financial advice, investment advice and stock tips and others, when they cross a line, which means for which investment advisory license is required from SEBI, registration is required. Without that registration, because if you are doing with registration, then we know who you are and you know what the rules are. But when you are not registered advisor and you start propagating and give those advice and the guaranteed returns, you could be a part of a scam, you could be a part of some device where you are artificially trying to pump some stocks in order to lead the retail investors astray. This is not permissible, and as an investment protection measures, we have lawfully removed more than 1.4 lakh such content from the cyberspace across all media, X, Telegram, then Google, YouTube, Insta, and so on. So this is a continuous process, which I mentioned also during my address.
So global economy meltdown कथा से बर्तमान समस्ते प्रेडिक्ट करूछन्ती तो जो इन्वेस्टर्स माने बे आसुछन्ती से माने मध्ये भयभीत अछन्ती जे बे इन्वेस्ट करिवे ना करिवे कोन सजेस्ट करिवे
से जो माने मो कोई इन्वेस्टमेंट एडवाइस तो देबी नहीं कहीं एज अ रेगुलेटर आई एम नॉट इट्स नॉट माय ड्यूटी टू गिव एडवाइस पीपल हैव टू टेक देयर ओन कॉल बट markets are continuing in the world. So आपनो जो कहिले जे कौन करिवे सो जेमिति आपनो डिसीजन नेबे कौन करिवे किंतु बहुत लोग को जो डिसीजन नहीं चंती निष्पत्ति नहीं चंती जे कंटिन्यूड इन अ डिसिप्लिन्ड मैनर से एटा जो आसुची जाउची volatility आसुची जाउची सो केते समय रे आपन को कोन दरकार एई आपनकर निजेरे निष्पत्ति नबा कथा और से निष्पत्ति अनुसार मार्केट रे रहिबा कथा किंतु आमे जहाँ देखिलु जे जो SIP फ्लोज अच्छी सेटा निरंतर चली एवं अप्रैल रे से 31,000 करोड़ पहुँची माने सेटा रिकॉर्ड अच्छी तामाने जो लोक माने शिखी गले कि केमती डिसिप्लिन बेले मार्केट रे रहिबा कथा से डिसिप्लिन वे मार्केट रे रहिचंती आउ रहिबे मध्य किंतु निज फाइनेंशियल नीड अनुसार आपण जो निष्पत्ति नेबे सेटा आपण को अधिकार अच्छी कोनटा नेबे
Sir, very often we are seeing younger people, they are entering into the stock market investment using mobile apps. So what is the message you want to give them?
No, the apps are very much possible to make stock market. These apps have to be registered, whitelisted apps. So all the broker apps today, their apps are available, and through app the stock market investing is going on. But what app? All these apps which are whitelisted, they are available on SEBI's website.